Survival 1. A somewhat innocent and normal-looking Minecraft video uploaded to the channel Craft Gamer Videos. This is one of only 3 videos on their channel, and though they all seem pretty normal, I assure you, they're not. Watch as these videos turn from a normal survival let's play to witnessing someone lose his friends, and eventually trying not to lose himself as well. With all that said, the only way to really solve this mystery is by starting the first video. The video starts with them creating a brand new survival world. They load into the world and immediately go to start collecting wood, just like any other survival let's play. After a while, he gets a wooden pickaxe and goes to start getting cobblestone. So far, everything seems perfectly normal survival let's play. Nothing too weird and out of the ordinary. He gets all of his stone tools and goes to collect food, wood, and other resources. He sees a cave, kills a few zombies, and obviously not wanting to go in yet, Craft Gamer decides to pillar up to mark the cave with cobblestone. Keep this in mind, as it'll become relevant in a later video. He finds a location that it looks like he's interested in, and starts digging sand to get glass. Eventually, he finds a ravine. He gets a bit of cobblestone from it, but other than that, he doesn't explore it too much. So what he does is the same cobblestone pillar as before. However, it lags, and cuts back to him walking across the trees. This isn't strange in its own right, however, the videos being very laggy are a common trend that keeps occurring. Getting back to his crafting table, he types his first sign, telling us his goal, to make a house. He then writes that he wants to make it right here, and proceeds to, well, build the house. He starts making a really simple little birch box, makes the floor out of oak, puts the necessities down inside, furnace, crafting table, double chest. Going to finish the roof, he needs to collect more oak, and as you can see again here, after he's done mining the tree, video freezes. When it comes back, he's back in his house. Nothing seems too different, however, he does have the oak planks. He finishes the roof off, finishes the windows, and calls the house the Craft House, probably after his Minecraft name, Craft Gamer. He then writes a sign to us saying he likes the house. He goes to write another sign, except he kinda just blankly stares for a good few seconds. He seems a little confused after breaking it, and then writes another sign, telling us he has to go soon. He realized his friend is having a party quite soon, and he has to go do that. He tells us that he'll be back, and then that's pretty much where the video ends. Video 2 is where things start to get a little more strange, though nothing of great note happens, so I'll just go over it quickly. He tells us he's back, he looks out the window, and you can immediately see there's something off. He goes outside, and seems to notice what's going on, but then gets distracted by a baby zombie. Afterwards, however, he does notice the fact that there's quite a few items strangely on the ground. A lot of trees are missing that weren't missing in the first one, and there's a lot of animal corpses around, before then immediately questioning if he mined this much wood. We can assume it's been a good bit since the last video, so perhaps he just thinks he forgot. But for us it's quite obvious, no, this is not something he did. He goes around to collect saplings and starts planting some back. But as he's going around planting saplings, there is a figure standing, watching him. He doesn't seem to notice it, but it's there throughout the entire video. Now's a good time to mention this figure was in video 1 as well. It's harder to notice by far, but at the very start you can see it standing behind a birch tree. So far it hasn't done anything except presumably cut the trees and killed the animals in video 2. He then returns to his house, writing that he marked down some caves last time and saying he should go mine some iron. Before he does, however, he attempts to sleep. Sleeping doesn't seem to set the time today. He keeps trying over and over again, but every time he does, he looks out the window and sees it's still nighttime. He questions if he's lagging, but other than that he doesn't pay too much attention to it, before then leaving to look for more caves that he marked. Now the only abnormal thing here is that there's more marked caves than the ones he actually marked himself, meaning someone or something must have marked extra caves. After a while of mining, he places a sign down and starts telling us about the party he went to. He says it was great, but then he puts another one down, noting that something felt off to him. He puts another sign down saying ever since, but never finishes the sentence and just breaks the sign. He only writes 2 more signs about this topic before moving on.
I don't know, you know how sometimes people just act off?
He doesn't elaborate, but we can assume what he means by this. Something is off with his friends. He then finds another marked cave, a big ravine, but this is where he notices he's not the one who marked this cave. Nonetheless, the actual exploration of the cave is pretty normal. He mines a bit of ores, finds a mine shaft, but other than that, nothing really important happens during this. After mining all the iron, he walks back home to smelt it. As he's walking home, if you pause the video right here, you'll see that the numbers 4339 have appeared on the sign in front of his house. This is not important right now, however later on it will be. He then makes a bit of basic iron stuff, shield, tools, boots, before then attempting to sleep again, which once again is not successful. He writes a few signs complaining about it being annoying that he can't sleep, saying bruh, but other than that he really doesn't pay too much attention to it. He then makes the sign on his door glow, noticing the numbers, which he didn't add, and proceeds to delete them. Then he dyes the sign orange, and nothing else really happens after that. Video 3 is by far the shortest, however a lot happens in it. You can already tell by that thumbnail, but yeah, this is where things start getting weird. He joins in at basically the same time the last one ends, talking about how he should get more iron. And then he sleeps. And it works. It's actually daytime. He starts celebrating, talking about how he doesn't have to deal with any stupid mobs anymore, before walking outside, presumably to go mining, and finding a pile of corpses in front of his house. After picking it up and looking around, he notices tall cobblestone pillars surrounding him, and turning around again, he notices his house, a lot of his house. He starts typing, the video lags, and then obviously he goes right over to explore. He questions where the trees went first. And then he goes to explore the island that's, well, covered in his house. You can see as he approaches that the creature is watching him through one of the windows. You can see it staring. He looks over, investigates one of the houses, and starts questioning if it's some kind of bug, saying his stuff is all there, so he thinks it's some kind of maybe chunk glitch or something. Clearly freaking out, he starts asking what is wrong with this world. He starts typing again, ever since we all signed, and then it lags. By the time it comes back, the sign is gone, so we have no idea what he's talking about. He starts typing he's leaving, before turning around quickly, running away, and leaving. The video cuts to him starting a new world. He wants it to be normal. He notes as he spawns in that it is normal so far, however, that's not true. If you notice right as he spawns, you can see a destroyed version of his house under the water. He doesn't seem to notice it though. He goes to mine a tree and this happens. If you didn't notice, after he cuts the tree, you can see him for a second, his own skin staring back at him. It's no longer a faceless figure with glowing eyes, it's him. He runs away to break a tree and make signs, typing WTF before the video ends. Now this video is quite special because it connects to two more. One that appears recommended at the very end of the video, and another that's linked in the description. The one in the description is basically the first part of the video we just watched, except from someone else's point of view, probably the creature, whatever it is. This is a video of him being watched by it. Nothing extraordinary happens, however we do notice why he turned around suddenly. But other than that, it's the same. The video linked at the very end, however, is different. It starts out with him hiding in a hole underground. He asks why he can't leave the world, saying he can't log out, and that his computer won't even turn off. He then decides to build up and go outside, to which he's immediately greeted by his house, but it doesn't have his name on the door anymore. He asks why me, the title of the last video, and asks it to leave him alone, and then he proceeds to ask, is this what happened? And once again, the video lags, and when it comes back, the sign is gone. And he mentions he knew they were all acting off, so clearly the last sign was about his friends. As he enters the house, he sees his first sign, repeated multiple times. I like this house, all over the walls and floor. He finds a book that contains binary code, which will be important later as well. He then finds a ladder in his house, and upon going down, is greeted by a long tunnel. He walks forward, asking, what do you want with me? With us. He then moves forward a bit more, demanding it lets him go, before noticing the entrance is closed. As he walks back to the entrance and turns around, the hallway has extended even further. Walking down the hallway, he starts seeing signs. I know you. He places a sign down, demanding to know who's there. I understand you. He tells it to leave him alone. Now out of signs, he continues running down. I am you. He changes the final sign, telling it to fuck off, and runs down to the end of the hallway, where he finds a chest. The video lags, and when it comes back, he has a book. Thank you for being a part of our experiment. Thanks to your contribution, I'm certain this one will turn out just as good as the rest. And though you yourself may not know it, a version of you will live on forever in return for your help. Signed, Dr. Hugh Jass. He starts frantically flipping through the pages before turning around and seeing him. For a split second before the video ends, it's once again his Minecraft skin. This may seem like the ending, but it is not. In the description of video 1, there's a set of binary. Translating it gives us KS7. In video 2, the sign on his house is actually hex. Translating that gives us C9. Video 3 seemingly has none. However, the video connected to it with the POV of the entity has the code 3HKZ copy and pasted a bunch of times in its description. And last but not least, this video, which has binary in the book he found earlier. Translating the binary code actually gives us hex. Translating that gives us the final bit of a YouTube URL. Upon entering the YouTube URL, we are greeted with the 6th and final video. The video starts pretty normal, with him finding a village. He kills a few cows for food and mines a little bit of wood before entering the church. As his food is smelting, he notices a chest placed right behind him. It contains an enchanted golden apple and a book and quill, which wants him to sign his name. He asks if anyone left it there, clearly showing this is in a server. His friend, SussmanGamer5, says he has no idea. He replies, "Weird," before signing the book, thinking it's some kind of weird prank. The screen gets staticky, and this is where the video cuts. Now from this, we can deduce this is what started all of it. And he assumes that all of his friends signed a similar book. Whether or not his friends signed it and the same fate happened to them is unknown. But what we do know is the current craft gamer is no longer the same one.